YouTube was It's your boy Zell back with another bang. In this video, Brian Norman Jr. versus Derrick Cuevas prediction. Let's get it. Brian Norman, 5'8", 72-inch arm reach. That's pretty long arm reach, right? His arm reach about the same length as Devin Haney, same length as Errol Spence, right? And that's who Brian Norman reminds me of, Errol Spence, but more powerful and less volume, right? So I mean, he's a very interesting fighter. Then he fighting Derrick Cuevas, right? Who a big Puerto Rican, big old dude. Look at you can see this head difference. He got a big ass head. He got a big rectangle head compared to Brian Norman, who got like a normal size head. But heads don't win fights. Pause. Like I said, Brian Norman last fight, spectacular knockout, highlight reel knockout that put his name on the map. I think he was the interim champion. Now he's fighting for the full championship. So we get to see what's really up. And the reason this fight is so important is because after Boots fights Stanionis, this is probably the fight he wants next, right? Brian Norman. So Brian Norman will have to put on a show to show us that he's ready for Boots. He gonna do this before he gonna send a message. This supposed to be his showcase fight to where he show the world I'm that guy, right? And his opponent not a pushover. His opponent, I think his record is what 27-1 with one draw, 27 1-1. He lost a decision, but he got power, right? He got like a 70% KO rate. Brian Norman got a 75% KO rate. I haven't seen the dude fight. I want to watch some film on him, right? And I know I made this prediction video, but I haven't watched any film to see what his style look like. But he looked like a big, powerful dude. You know, got power, can keep you honest. I think this fight gonna take place at medium range, and they're gonna exchange their hardest punches to somebody say, "Nah, I'm good." And I think this is a trap fight, right? It's very losable. It's very losable for Brian Norman, right? It's a possibility he loses, because this dude, his only loss came by decision. He got good knockout power, and he looked like he game, right? So I believe Brian Norman gonna be on his A game. Like I said, I believe this fight gonna be fought in the mid range. Brian Norman last fight was fought at mid range, right? Where he could see punches come and react and also throw his hardest punches. The mid range is like no man's land. That's what Shakur dominates. That's when pure skill, athleticism, and technique really gets to shine in that mid range. Because that long range, if you're the longer guy, you already got the advantage. In close range, shorter guys have the advantage, right? But in mid range, it's no man's land. Anybody can land, and your defense got to be good, and that's what Brian Norman like to fight. He like to fight at no man's land in that middle range. You feel me? And there's a lot of boxers that like to fight in that mid range, that like to fight on the line, right? I think of guys like a Crawford. Crawford like to fight on the line. Shakur like to fight on the line. Canelo like to fight on the line, right? He don't like to be head to head necessarily, but he like to be in striking distance, right, where he can react to punches and throw his own. So I think this fight gonna be fought at mid range. And the conclusion of the fight is either Brian Norman, but the worst is a split decision. The worst that's gonna happen is a split decision at worst, unanimous decision, and knockout at best. Like I said, this dude has lost before, so he know what it's like to lose. This is a showcase fight for Brian Norman, right, for the full WBO title. Um, and he might spark this dude. Honestly, he might spark him. But the important thing is he gonna fight Boots afterwards, right? Or is he gonna unify with Mario Barrios? How is he gonna do it, right? Because we know Mario Barrios WBC champ. Let's be honest, Mario Barrios, I like him. I like how he showed respect to his tribal ancestors, the natives. You don't see a lot of Mexicans doing that, showing respect to their native ancestry. They all want to be Spanish. They all want to be a Spaniard. Nobody want to dig into the native indigenous roots. And Mario Barrios, just like what's his name? The dude from the MMA. What's his name? Alex Pereira. He deep in his ancestral roots, his native indigenous roots, just like Mario Barrios. I respect that when guys into the ancestral roots, right? Because they was indigenous before they were Spaniard, right? Let's be honest. A lot of the mestizos or Mexicans are grape babies. I'm not gonna say the real word. They're grape babies. Um, it is what it is. Um, and that's just the tragic truth about this world, you know. People don't like hearing that, but it is what it is. But I like Mario Barrios, but I wonder if he's gonna fight Brian Norman or fight Devin Haney, right? I wonder because Devin Haney is Mario Barrios' number one contender. right, for the WBC. So I wonder how Devin Haney gonna fight Jose Ramirez? We know he gotta fight Jose. After Jose, he wants to fight Ryan, right? After Ryan, is he gonna fight Mario Barrios? How is it gonna work? You feel me? I gotta see how he's gonna manage to do that. You feel me? But I think Devin Haney versus Mario Barrios might happen, and then Devin Haney versus Brian Norman. Devin Haney makes this whole division interesting. Then you got Ryan Garcia fighting to become a WBA champ. So if he wins that belt, I believe that he's Boots mandatory, or he has he gets the opportunity. I would love Ryan to fight Boots, so Boots could punch his head off his shoulders, right? But we know that Ryan got to go the Boots route. We know that Devin gets to go the Mario Barrios route. So Devin Haney might end up being a 3 division champion, and then unifying against Brian Norman. That'll be a great fight. I like both of these dudes, bro. I like Brian Norman. I like Boots. I like Devin. I like all these guys, bro. So should have made a best man win if they do end up fighting, bro. Because welterweight is in a very interesting place now, right? You got Ryan moving up. You got Devin moving up. You got Tio. I think Tio might be the least threat. Because we know Devin big, right? If Devin Haney get his defense right, he could be like Floyd, right? Reacting to punches. Teofimo relies a lot on his power and his counterpunching ability. If you're a counterpuncher without power, that shit not gonna work. You feel me? But yeah, bro, we got Brian Norman versus Derrick Cuevas. I got Brian Norman winning. And his next move is unsure because Mario Barrios pretty much determines where the division goes from now on, right? Because we know Boots probably gonna win his unification. We know Brian Norman gonna win this fight, but we don't know if Mario Barrios is gonna fight Devin Haney or not. And Devin Haney adds a whole different dimension to this division, right? Because I do think Devin Haney could beat Brian Norman. Is it gonna be easy? Hell no, right? But I do think he can beat Brian Norman, but that's gonna be a hell of a fight. But I do think Devin Haney could beat Mario Barrios as well. Mario Barrios big, but he's not as fast as Devin. Devin loves fighting guys who got slow feet because he get to land his punches and get out the way. You feel me? Devin Haney's biggest defense is his feet, which is why his game plan versus Ryan was ridiculous. Just stand on the line. But that's where I'm at with it. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Hit the post notification bell. Till next time.